The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars Pizza, locally owned by lifelong 618 residents who are proud to serve our community. Home of the hot and ready pizza and 12-time world champions of value, Little Caesars makes game night, practice night, and family night easy. Check them out in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the front office Wealth Strategy Studio in beautiful, hot Edwardsville, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East, season number 7, show number 11. It's like we're shooting craps tonight. Recorded Monday, April 13th, 2026. I am David Leip, and we've got a full studio here tonight. With me to my left, Matt Kamp. Welcome to the show, Matt. Good to see you again.
Always good to be here.
KP, good to see you, my man.
You too, Coach.
And my man, Mike Baxter. Mike, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Coach.
All these superstars are here to talk about the high school report, and we are going to be efficient tonight. We've also got Diego Solares on the phone. How you doing, Diego?
I'm great, fellas. How are you?
Where are you tonight?
I actually just got back from Triad and Highland.
All right, man. I want to hear about.
Yep.
I want to hear about that in 1 second. After we talk about the high school report, we're going to have Coach Mark Alaria, the head coach from Maryville Christian Academy, alongside his point guard Judah Amston, will be in the studio for segment number 2. And segment number 3 tonight is the charitable champion, and we are going to present that award to state champion Chloe Skiles. She is a hammer from Roxana, and she is going to be with her coach, the amazing Coach Tom Blaha, your friend, right?
My friend, Coach Blaha.
Everybody likes Coach Blaha. So we're going to present her with the MESPY for for Wrestler of the Year. And she also wins the charitable champion, and she has chosen the Wounded Warrior Project.
Nice.
For her $500 donation. So those awesome guests coming up in segment number 2 and 3. But before we get to these guests, I want to thank partners Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams Marquee, the Blasting Game Group, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office, Fiduciary Network, Oak Brook Golf Club, and Play It Again Sports Edwardsville. And I'm going to beg you for 3 things. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast. It's free and you love it. Number 2, follow us in all of our social media platforms on X, Facebook, the Gram, and YouTube. And number 3, if you have a story idea, shoot me an email at mespdave@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center. Metro East Team of the Month could be a park and rec team, a middle school team, a high school team. You nominate. To nominate a team for Team of the Month, send your suggestion to mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. And before we get to Diego, we have to talk about our Oak Brook Golf Club Masters Pool. We had 38 people sign up for this thing, and the top 5 won prizes.
It was fun, Coach.
You did not win a prize,
I know.
but you tried hard.
But my significant other got second.
She did.
Absolutely.
She did. I'm going to get to that in a second. In 5th place, Dave Kurgan. Is that Jack's dad?
I believe it is.
I think it is.
This great photographer for baseball.
Right. He wins a free Metro East Sports Podcast t-shirt. In 4th place, the incomparable Hall of Famer, Barb Anderson. It's not fair. She knows too much about golf.
She knows
She knows her
everything.
golf.
She plays like 5 days a week.
Number 3, Wayne Abel. Wayne, if you're listening, you got to reach out to us so we can figure out how to get your t-shirt to you. In 2nd place, the beauty queen, the golf expert, your girlfriend, Janet Lewis.
Coach, I just told her go All-American. That's how we won.
Seriously?
That's exactly it. Other than Rory.
There's no we. We didn't win. You finished like 15th.
I know.
She
That's
got
all right.
second.
No,
And
it's
in
all
first
on
place-
her.
In first place, former Edwardsville High School English teacher and tennis and hockey coach, Todd Minicello. So congratulations to Todd. And we got a sweet graphic coming out with his picture on it. And Todd Minicello wins the round for two with a cart at Oakbrook with 2 50th anniversary towels. So how about that, Minicello?
And next year, you guys, everybody sitting at this table is challenged to join it.
Yes.
Mr. Kamp.
Yes, I know.
All right, Diego, let's talk baseball. What's going on? Let's start with the small schools first, unless you want to start somewhere else.
Nope, small schools all good. Last week, pretty quiet update. I think of the 15 teams we had ranked 2 weeks ago, the top 10 all did not move. This week's update is a little bit different. There's some pretty considerable movement. I would say the top 3 teams all stay the same in St. Joseph, Ogden, Teutopolis, and Freeburg. I saw Freeburg last week, and honestly, like, they're every bit as real as I thought they would be going into the season, especially in Class 2A. Like, they were 3A last year, so them bumping down to 2A gives them a pretty big advantage. I guess from a Metro East standpoint, Father McGivney's up to number 4. They've won 9 straight games, I believe. Their last loss came to Harvest Westminster, which is one of the better teams in Chicago. So they're 12-3. They won 5 games last week, including a conference sweep over Christ Our Rock Lutheran, who is traditionally the second best team in that conference. Staying in Southern Illinois, you've got Nashville at number 6, kind of rising up. Harrisburg's at number 8. Those are 2 2A programs that are always good and are always known for winning. And then Breese Central, honestly, like, they made their debut in the rankings last week at number 15. They're up to number 14 now. They won 6 or 5 games last week, all of them pretty convincingly. And honestly, like, probably the best matchup on the week between any of the teams on this list is Freeburg at number 3 and Breese Central at number 14 play 2 games against each other in a conference set, which will be really interesting because I don't think it's controversial at all to say that top to bottom Freeburg's honestly a much better team. But Breese Central has one of the best arms in the area, and Alex Ottmer, a junior who's upper 80s, like, can pitch into the low 90s, and anytime you have a guy like that fills up the strike zone, like, you're going to have a chance to win a baseball game. So I'm excited to see those 2 match up. I believe it's Tuesday, Thursday. I'll probably pop in there tomorrow for their matchup. But a lot of movement here in the small school rankings, particularly in the Metro East.
Hey, Diego, you got Breese Central. I think you better keep an eye on them. My contacts out in that Breese Central area is pretty high on their team this year.
Yeah, and they're always good, man. Like last year, I thought they'd be a little bit down because they graduated a lot in their 2024 class. And then they turned around and won 20 games and made it to a sectional. Like, it seems like every year, like, you can just pencil them in to make it to their sectional and at least compete for a sectional semi, if not a trip to the championship game. So they're definitely firmly on the radar.
Let's check out the large schools. It looks like a lot of that has stayed the same up at the top anyway, with Normal Community at number 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, the top 3 are honestly pretty cut and dry. It's Normal Community at number 1, O'Fallon at number 2, Triad at number 3. I don't think that order is arguable. And honestly, I don't think any other team has a case to be in the top 3. Moving further away from down here, like Normal U High up in the Bloomington area, is continues to rise. They started the year unranked. Then they debuted at number 8. Last week they were number 5. Now they're at number 4. Like, they just keep winning. As far as the Metro East goes, like, Waterloo is down a spot after losing to Freeburg last year. They're still at number 7. So, like, I still think they're one of the best 3A teams from Central Illinois on down. Mascoutah staying put at number 8. Like, they're 11-0, and I mean they're just winning by a lot. They beat the St. Louis Patriots, which is a homeschool team out of St. Louis. It's traditionally pretty good. 10-0. They beat Jabot Catholic 19-2. Like, they're pitching it, they're hitting. honestly, that's a team that's really catching me by surprise because I figured too that they would be a little bit down this year after everything that they graduated last year, but they seem to have thought otherwise considering they haven't lost a baseball game yet. And then really there's Edwardsville. Like at 6-6, they definitely have the least sexy record of any team on this list. But one, they're Edwardsville. And two, like they're dealing with some injuries right now to some key players. So like they're going to continue to find ways to win. They're going to continue to find ways to get creative and manufacture some offense. And they've got a massive series this coming week against O'Fallon. That's not only going to be for the Southwest, which in my opinion is not only going to be for who wins the Southwestern Conference, but also given that all these teams are in the same regional and in the same subsectional, like it's going to have a massive implication on playoff seedings too, I would imagine. So of all the teams here in the large school rankings, like definitely looking forward to O'Fallon and Edwardsville playing each other this week. I think the cool thing that they're doing is they're actually playing the second game of that conference series Friday night at Edwardsville under the lights instead of the traditional Tuesday-Thursday split, which is just going to give the atmosphere of that game and the magnitude of a game that's already pretty high. It's only going to enhance it. So
that's a great
I'm
idea.
looking forward to that. Yeah.
I think I'm going to join that
pretty
game
cool.
also.
Yeah, that sounds fun for sure. All right, Diego,
it's pretty cool.
Anything else that you want to hit us with before you head on out of here?
No, that's all I got. Like, I'm excited. Like, the season's like a month underway, basically. I think we're going to really learn a lot from a lot of these teams the next couple of weeks as they start to really get into the heart of conference play. Like, you're going to get your Muscuda and your Triad matchups, your Muscuda and your Waterloo matchups, your Triad, your Waterloos. Like, they're all going to get deeper and deeper into conference play, and we're going to find out who's who here, really, before the playoffs start, I would say by the end of May. So,
okay, folks.
Or by the end of April.
And for the complete rankings, check out our socials because we're going to repost those in the next, probably tonight or tomorrow. Diego's already got them out on Scout Connect on his X account. Are you on Facebook too?
Oh, no, I'm dragging my feet on it, to be honest with you.
So just X?
So just Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, check out his latest complete rankings, and thanks so much for joining us, and we'll look for those games this week, and we'll talk to you next week, Diego.
Appreciate it, fellas. Have a good one.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you, Diego.
If you want to know anything about high school baseball,
He's the man.
that's the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the guy. All right. But now it is time to talk to the guy that you want to talk to about track.
The man that's everywhere.
The man who knows
The
everything
man, the
about
myth, and the legend.
Yes. All right, Baxter, Mr. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, what's going on with track? Should we start with the rankings?
Sure, go ahead, Coach.
Okay. So we are going to start with the girls' large school rankings. Number 5, Muscuda, 4, West, 3, Alton, 2, Belleville East, and number 1, Edwardsville. So you got a flip-flop there of Edwardsville and Alton. You had Alton at number 1 and Edwardsville at number 2 and Belleville East at number 3 last week. So you got some shifting around. What precipitated those changes?
Going from indoor to outdoor, we saw some changes because of just the variety in the ways that Edwardsville girls get their points. And when you're tossing in now Joy Story with discus, those points are coming in so many different areas for them.
And kind of piggyback off what you said, the Triad invite. According to Mile Split, you had the top 2 teams in Edwardsville at number 3, Normal U High at 2. Edwardsville put up like 179 points to win that invite. 18
That was
teams.
big.
That's an unreal total. And U High was second with like 92.
Those are 2 schools that are going to be there at the end. You're exactly right. And Edwardsville, it's just amazing where their points come from. I mean, they've got the sprints, they've got the field, the relays look great.
Distance.
They got a little distance, too,
Yeah,
what
they
I
do.
saw. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's look at girls' small school. Number 5, Freeburg. Number 4, Waterloo. 3, Cahokia. 2, Eastside. And number 1 for the second week in a row, or for the second time in a row, staying at number 1, Triad.
Triad's good. And they're similar to Edwardsville in a lot of ways where they're getting their points in different areas. It was fun to watch them at their invite back on April the 10th. And it's they're getting their points on the track, and it'll be interesting to see how they can expand that.
Okay, and I noticed that Eastside was not ranked at all last time, and then they jumped up to number 2, and Cahokia stayed number 3.
Yeah, so they're under also my category of 3 to watch, watching the East St. Louis girls. They're going to be at O'Fallon this coming Friday, the 17th, and that'll be a good test for them. It'll be fun to watch to see if, do they deserve that number 2? I think they do. It's nothing against 3, 4, and 5. I'm just looking forward to seeing what they can do. They actually did very well this past Saturday at the Jackie Joyner invite, so it was a lot of fun to see that.
Was she there? Were you there?
I was not there. I was at Belleville. So
I wonder if she showed up for that. I'm guessing yes.
Yeah,
That's
I would
pretty
guess
cool.
too. Yeah.
All right, let's check out the boys now. Boys large school rankings. Number 5, Collinsville. Number 4, Edwardsville. 3, Glenwood. Number 2, East. And number 1, second week in a row, Belleville West Maroons.
Boy, the battle between West and East is going to be a lot of fun. You see a lot of their sprints, and boy, the race on the 110 hurdles, that's going to be a lot of fun. We saw the East Lancer, Dalen Donaldson, edge out a couple of other athletes, including a West athlete. That battle is going to be there between West and East. I have West right now. I could see East making a strong run.
Okay. And boys small schools. Number 5, McGivney for the second week in a row. Number 4, Nashville, second week in a row. And then you've got Bethalto, stays number 3, Triad, number 2, and Cahokia, number 1. No change in the boys small schools.
Cahokia is tough. They've got a quality team. They are good all around. But Triad is right there with them. I like Bethalto CM. Max Weber, of course, did very well this past weekend, along with others. Nashville, I'm looking forward to seeing them. They're going to be at Mascoutah this Friday, so we'll be able to see them and see where they're at. And I would give a shout-out to Father McGivney. They went across the river with Marquette and Althoff this past weekend to Chaminade and did very well. The boys' distance guys in the relay competed very well, so shout-out to them.
And they finished ahead of those other teams. They finished ahead of Marquette and Althoff?
They were right there. It depended on the race, but they were all right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. What else do we need to keep our eye on for the next week or so in terms of track and field, boys or girls?
So 3 things. I'm looking at East St. Louis, of course, how they'll come out, especially the boys at Mascoutah. Looking at the Edwardsville boys, freshman and sophomore. That's going to be an interesting development because they've got a freshman, Aiden Green, who reminds me a lot of Brandon Battle. And I look back at numbers comparing Brandon Battle's 400-meter run at West, the Norm Armstrong, when he was a sophomore, and Aiden's time was a couple seconds better. So it'll be very interesting to see Aiden's growth. There's a whole group of freshmen and sophomores there that are going to be a strong future for Edwardsville. And then the third thing I'm looking at is for the girls, we'll be able to see at O'Fallon this week, we'll be able to see Nashville, Waterloo, and Freeburg. And I have not seen those teams in person, so I'm looking forward to seeing how all of them get together and where their strengths are.
Okay, anything else?
Boy, it's interesting this time of year. It's a state feel already into these big events, but also how fast these times are changing. Sophie Shapiro ran a state-leading 13.66 on a 100-meter hurdle, and all of a sudden, a week later, somebody's run a 13.61.
Wow.
So things are changing quickly, and that's what makes this a fun sport.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for all your expertise and knowledge. I'm still enjoying checking out all your pictures and videos on your socials. So we'll keep sharing all that stuff as well. Anything else you want to add about track and field, Camper?
I'm looking forward to both meets this week, Mascoutah and O'Fallon. O'Fallon will be a really good one with the girls, and nice to see them in East Side. I know different classes now, but just to see the two of them head-to-head.
It will be good. You're right.
Okay, we've still got soccer, softball, and tennis and lacrosse to go. But before we get to this, I want to thank partner Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the number one place to purchase a vehicle in the Metro East. If you're in the market for a new or a pre-owned car, check out Cassens inventory in person where they've been for 30 years or online at Cassens.com. Cassens has earned the highest ratings for customer service. Their expert staff is committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, including convenient on-site financing. I've purchased 5 vehicles there, including that beautiful Gladiator out there in the parking lot, and I would never buy a car anyplace else. With over 90 years of experience in the Metro East, Cassens is the clear-cut leader for quality, service, and customer satisfaction. Go see Steve, Cliff, Holly, Greg, Bob, Mike, or Evan today. And one more shout-out. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquis, Jeb, and Ginger Blasingame the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blasingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. We're one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house so fast because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blasingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blasinggamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. All right, Camper. Soccer or softball? Softball
We can
first.
start with softball first, and we'll make it pretty fast. Not a whole lot last week. Rankings will be updated next weekend. But what we did have last week, Edwardsville softball keeps rolling. They've won 8 in a row now since dropping a pair to State Power Chatham Glenwood. The big win this week for them was against Belleville East, 8-3 at home. So Tigers are rolling at the right time already, and see if they keep that going. And then Waterloo, our number 1 team, did drop their first game finally. They're 11-1 now. They lost to Belleville West 3-2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lost to West,
Lost to West, yep.
which is 10th ranked,
Yes.
which shows you that there's a lot of depth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So, but yeah, we expect some bigger, kind of similar to what we heard with Diego with baseball. Now we're getting into the conferences. We're going to start seeing some big stuff and some movement from both of them.
Okay. Any thoughts on small school softball?
Not right now. Red Bud had a pretty big week. They did okay. So they're still going to be one of those teams to watch moving forward.
Okay.
I think those top 7 teams are going to see a lot of mix and match going towards the season of those top 7.
Okay. All right. Soccer.
We will start with the small school soccer rankings. At number 5, Jabot with a record of 6-2-1. Number 4, Columbia, the defending Class 1A state champ at 5-4-1. Marquette, number 3 at 4-3-1. Althoff is 6-2 at number 2. And Father McGivney girls are number 1 once again at 8-1. And McGivney has already defeated Althoff, Marquette, and Columbia. They beat Marquette twice, so pretty hard to take them off the number 1 line.
I don't see any movement there.
So, and Marquette's got a big week real quick. They'll be facing Civic Memorial, Althoff, and Roxana. And CM and Roxana are 2 of those teams to kind of watch just on the outside.
Might sneak in.
Anything can happen in soccer. Any other soccer notes? I think the big game.
The large school side is where we got a couple big ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, large school.
So number 5 is Belleville West at 3-4. Triad is number 4 at 4-3-2. They are down a spot. Waterloo overtakes them. They're now 10-0. They're at number 3. Edwardsville is number 2 at 3-2-1, and O'Fallon remains number 1 at 6-0-1. And they're one of our 2 games we highlighted. O'Fallon beat Edwardsville with 49 seconds left. Crazy. And it's the second time they've done that in 3 years where they've scored late to beat EHS at the District 7 Sports Complex. But I thought Edwardsville controlled a lot of the game, but O'Fallon cashed in when it counted. And then KP had a good one, too, with Triad and Waterloo.
That was an amazing game. Triad was on the offense the whole game. They had 2 shots hit the goalpost. They had 1 call back on an elbow. And but the goalie for Waterloo, that Michaela Gumenshiner, I hope I said that right, she is a monster in the net.
Amazing.
Amazing.
She made a lot of saves.
Oh, my gosh. She was incredible. And then Waterloo came back and won the in the penalty kicks, 4-2.
Is Waterloo still undefeated?
They are.
Wow.
10-0.
Wow. Okay. I wonder if we saw this coming.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, it's always been them and Triad. And, you know, Triad's always had the advantage because of the postseason history.
Well, Columbia right there.
Waterloo's always had a good one. And Waterloo and Columbia are playing actually today.
Okay.
So that'd be a good
Well,
game.
and Triad's had a tough schedule. I mean, however you spend it, they've had a tough schedule.
Anything you want to say about tennis?
We'll go a little.
Let's do your tennis rankings.
My tennis rankings. We're doing top 5 rankings. We got Edwardsville at 15-2, O'Fallon 4-1, Triad 12-4, Mascuda 7-3, and Highland. I should have started 5. I know I always screw that up. Sorry, Coach. And Highland 9-3-1. But an interesting stat real quick. I know we're running behind time. The most wins in the top 5 in the state are Edwardsville at 15-2, Triad 12-4, Dunlap 10-6, Chatham Glenwood 9-3, and Highland 9-3-1.
How about that?
That's pretty awesome.
And a little bit of lacrosse talk here. Our girls, our social media manager, director, guru, Sophia Jacoby has 13 goals.
Yep, she's got
Did
13.
she score tonight?
And she had at least 4 tonight against Parkway
So then
North.
she has 17.
And that was just at halftime. So who knows?
She had 4 goals in the first half.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was, I believe it was like 14-5 when I left Edwardsville.
Wow. I wonder where she's ranked in the area for lacrosse goals.
I'll have that for us next week.
Yeah, good for her.
Absolutely. Just real quick, we had girls lacrosse scores. Edwardsville beat Fox 10-3 last week. Nearings Hall beat Belleville West 14-13. Girls matches this week: Ledoux at O'Fallon and Lindbergh at Edwardsville.
All right, guys. Appreciate your time. Camper, thanks so much. Anything else before you get out of here?
All good. Looking forward to a good week.
KP,
We're all good.
thanks so much. Fun Masters Week. Mike, anything else before you get out of here?
See you on the track.
Thanks, guys.